Hi everyone, it's Derek and Dave here from the iReady podcast, and a wee change to our usual schedule. Dave and I actually went to the game tonight.
Yes, and we are now sitting in your car waiting to get home, so we thought we need to put the podcast out as soon as possible, as soon as the game finished, and that was some game, Derek, wasn't it?
I don't know what to make of it, to be honest. We've got to preface everything with the fact that it is the first competitive game we've had this season so far under the new regime. So there will be teething issues, absolutely, but there was concerning points, there was some good points, but we ran out 2-0 winners against Panathinaikos tonight after two individual fantastic goals.
Yep, two excellent goals in the second half. We were crying out for a piece of individual brilliance and we got it. Not once but twice, Derek, and you know that. And the talking point of the second half, the sending off, changed the game for us. But I'll let you get into the match, Derek.
Yeah, I've briefly scribbled down notes on my phone. I kind of half missed the first goal as well because I was busy finishing up a second note, but we'll get into it nonetheless. On the 5th minute, we had a shot that was just wide. On the 9th minute, it was a big chance for Panathinaikos from a free kick. It was not dealt with, and an incredible save by Butland, and then a follow-up, a really, really bad miss. That should have been 1-0 to Panathinaikos there.
Yep, it was, and they tore us apart at that stage, Derek, and we were fearing the worst, but fair play to Jack Butland, a tremendous save, and I thought the second shot was actually in. Thankfully, it was past the post, and we'll have to fight another day at that point.
Yep. On the 10th minute, we had the first for fuck's sake tav of the season after he gave the ball away, and he gave away a corner as well. On the 18th minute, there was a corner from Panathinaikos at the near post. We didn't clear it. We passed out, and they hit a shot, and another big save from Butland. Yep. 37th minute, finally some good forward movement, a forward pass, a hold up and a layoff with a shot, and a decent save and out for the corner. This was the big problem with the first half. We were so static. Really, we got the ball out, we walked the ball out from defence, we hit midfield and nobody moved. The midfield were looking for a pass forward, but nobody was moving. And when we tried to do anything, we were losing the ball and they were breaking quickly, causing us some issues.
Yep, it's as if they figured us out very quickly, in my opinion. They knew the passes that we were going to play, they snuffed them out, and we didn't seem to have an out ball, as you say, from midfield going forward. There was absolutely nothing there.
Yep. From that corner, it got knocked out for another corner. On the 38th minute, the corner wasn't dealt with, knocked to the far side, Tavernier crosses, knocked away, and a shot then deflected wide, which was unlucky. 39th minute, Panathinaikos with a quick break from that next corner, a cross to one side and a cross back in and a shot wide. And then it was half time, so there was no booze at half time this time. There was a wee bit of clapping all round, but as I said, there was concerns all round with the fact that everything was just so static. Into the second half, 47th minute, some good determined play by Raskin, working the ball from the wide into the box, but he couldn't flick it over the keeper. 49th minute, another big save from Butland after the ball floated in from the left, controlled in the box and a shot. The player never had the best connection, so that might have put him off. 51st minute, we lost possession of the ball in their half by passing it backwards, unbelievably. Yeah. They had a chance, but it was smothered by Butland from that. But I couldn't believe from that point, we were deep into their box. We pass the ball out towards the halfway line and we lose possession from that. Something that's going to really need to get worked on.
Yeah.
However, strangely, after that, really out of nothing, on the 51st minute, we went 1-0 up. We basically, from that chance, put the ball up the park. We went down the left, Curtis takes the ball, beats a man and has a cracking shot from the corner of the box into the net. Unbelievable goal, Dave.
First touch by Curtis when the ball came to him, Derek. He dropped his shoulder and the two players who were marking him were completely lost. Tremendous touch by him. Breaks down the left-hand side, cuts back in, has a look up and just curls the ball round. There might have been a deflection, as you say, but an absolutely fantastic finish. It's the type of goal that we used to watch Ryan Kent score for us regularly when he was top of his game. It was a tremendous goal for him, and as you say, really out of nothing, because up until that stage Panathinaikos had been the better team, but we really weren't caring.
No. Probably the changing point of the game on the 58th minute. A red card for Panathinaikos player after his second yellow card. It was a clear second yellow card. Yep. I can't remember much about his first card, but certainly the ref had a very good game tonight. I felt he was dishing the cards out when they needed to be. He was letting play roll on when he needed to be as well, and I don't think they can have any complaints. I think the player who got sent off knew what was happening straight away as soon as he made that foul.
Yep.
63rd minute, Dowell in with a header just over the bar after a good worked cross. It was a double save from their keeper, really unlucky that one there. I think Raskin had both the chances.
Yeah.
So in the 74th minute, Danilo, Curtis and Dowell off Dessers, Gasamana, still can't say that name. Gassama and Igman on. And what an impact Gassama made, because in the 77th minute he made it 2-0. It was a quick break from our box. Gassama gets the ball, turns inside, beating his man, and unleashes an incredible shot from outside the box, similar to Curtis's goal, and into the back of the net. The place went berserk.
Incredible, and what a way to mark your debut for the club. I think it was maybe his second touch of the ball. It was a great through ball. I cannot remember who it was that played the ball through, but as you say, first touch, takes the man out and just runs at the defence fast, great feet, and then he cuts inside and unleashes another fantastic low curling shot. Goalkeeper had no chance, and the place just erupted. Absolutely fantastic. What a goal that is, and he looks some player, Derek. He looks really exciting and, excellent to go 2-0 up, considering in the first half we weren't playing great at all. For us to be 2-0 up at that stage and looked as if we were cruising at that point.
Yeah, I mean, it was all us from after there. We had a couple of other chances by the post. They were, I don't know if they were shell-shocked, but this is the thing with them with Panathinaikos the whole game. They didn't actually do much. They had a couple of chances. Butland made a couple of good saves, but their actual play, other than a couple of quick breaks, they never done much. Probably because we were so static for a lot of the game, and they didn't actually even have to move. They didn't have to really mark. Into the last B part of the game, Rothwell came off on the 85th minute, Barami came on, and we saw out the game. A couple other chances. Gassama looked really lively. He was trying to take on players. Somebody who looks as if he's going to do that. Take on players in that final third, which is really what we're wanting for. Somebody with movement. So I would like to think we get a wee bit more out of the front line if he comes on. So, obviously got to be delighted with the result. It doesn't kill off the game. A third goal might have killed off the tie, but it certainly puts us in a very strong position. If that was the best Panathinaikos have got, which we don't really know that, then I can't see us fearing much. Obviously it's not at their stadium next week, but we'll wait and see how that goes. Next game we've got obviously is the game at the weekend against Middlesbrough. That's another kind of glorified friendly. I'm not taking too much notice of that, but again, the next game after that we play Panathinaikos next Wednesday in Greece. That's a 7 o'clock kick-off. I think it's on BBC as well. I think RTV might have that, so we'll all be tuning in for that.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, if you'd have told me at half-time we would have finished the game winning by 2-0, I wouldn't have believed it. But, two pieces of individual brilliance. The sending off made a huge difference. And, at the end, Rangers did look very impressive. But, again, you could see that the wind had been taken out of Panathinaikos' sail when the sending off did happen. And then Curtis got the goal really out of nothing. But we will take it, Derek, because it's happened to us so many times. Things like that have happened. We've had players sent off, we've had goals against us that have came out of nothing, so we'll take it. And they did look very impressive the last sort of half hour of the match. So we just have to hope come the game next week he will have a few more of his attacking players back fully fit, and Gassama looks very, very impressive. Looks, every time he gets the ball, he looks to try and beat his man. He looks very exciting, and I'm genuinely excited to watch this guy play. So it's looking good.
Yes. One thing to note though, Suter was abysmal in the first half.
He was, yeah,
abysmal. But we'll play that next week, and all that's left to say is thanks for listening and goodbye.
Take care, everyone. We'll be back soon. Bye bye.